Into the channel. It's your guy L Train. We're here with another video. Today we're going to talk about how boring habits can lead to extraordinary success. First things first, you got to fall in love with the process. The boring habits, the quiet consistency is what's going to keep you going when times get difficult and times get tough. If you have big goals, you have a vision, you have a dream, you have a business, you got a career that you're trying to scale up and trying to become the best man you can be, you have to fall in love with these boring habits of going to the gym, reading books, eating healthy, meal prepping, staying locked in, avoiding devices, avoiding the distractions, right? These are just boring tasks that you just have to repeatedly do if you want to get to where you're going. A lot of people want to go from 0 to 100. They want to start a business to become rich in a year. They want to lose weight and get jacked and get shredded in 90 days. And a lot of the times it's all the little things you have to do. It's the small steps that's going to get you there. Biggest mistake a lot of us make is that we get hyped for the motivation. We get hyped to get motivated to start the business. We get hyped to get in the gym to lose the weight. But then when times get tough and you have setbacks, people quit, people fall off. So I'm here to tell you guys, you got to fall in love with these boring habits. All right. Great things happen when you build a system. If you wake up at a certain time every day, right? Stay consistent with it. If you go to the gym a certain time, be consistent with it. If you are trying to stack some money, right, to invest, put some money aside, be consistent with it. Every paycheck, every other paycheck, once a month, whatever it may be. You build a system so when you get distracted, because life is gonna life, right? You get sick, you lose your job, you go through a breakup, you're having some issues at your workplace or your business. You can fall back on your systems. You can fall back on the things that already made you successful. You can just rinse and repeat. So wake up early, get in the gym, read more books, journal. These are just everyday things that doesn't really cost you a lot of money, doesn't cost you a lot of time and effort, but it's going to help you get to where you need to go. All right. Small wins are going to lead to major victories. It's that I'm going to keep pushing with this business, man. I'm going to keep pushing with this business idea. I'm going to keep pushing at this job so I can get this promotion, so I can stack more money. It's these small wins of you not going to the club, you not going to that party, you not entertaining the bullshit that or some drama that somebody's trying to throw at you. These are just small little victories that give you a major victory. Now, a year later, you got more money saved up. You've been locked in. You feel better. You look better. And it's a victory for you. And you can just keep on going and keep on moving and keep on pushing. And it's going to look boring a lot of the times. But when you're successful, now it looks exciting. Now the homies want you to know, yo, what you been up to, man? Damn, you looking good, bro. I see you lost some weight. So you're making some money. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of boring shit. I wasn't outside. I wasn't partying. I wasn't wilding out. I was staying low. I was getting to the bag. I was reading books. I was making content. I was building a business. And slowly but surely, you've outpassed your haters, right? Because they kept being distracted by all the other shit. So one of the biggest predictors of who's going to become successful is that who keeps showing up every day. Just keep showing up every day, man. Like a lot of people are struggling right now financially because we all in the grind. We all got bills. And we can look for shortcuts. And the shortcuts usually don't help us out. So you just got to look at, if I'm in debt, I got to pay this bill off. I got to pay this credit card bill off. I'm going to fall back from the partying. I'm going to fall back from splurging. I'm going to fall back from buying a bunch of Christmas gifts for people who don't even really rock with you like that, right? You know what I'm saying? And so this is what's going to separate you from somebody else, is that are you willing to do the hard work? Are you willing to do the boring work? Are you willing to do the small tasks that's going to get you to where you need to be? And a lot of people are going to fold. A lot of people are going to quit. The shit's like a marathon, man. You got to think 3 steps ahead. You got to think 3 years ahead of where you want to be, what your lifestyle wants to look like, and how to get there. You kind of got to reverse engineer this shit. So if you want to be a content creator, you got to start making content. If you want to be a businessman, go learn the business and build the business. Understanding you're not going to be rich overnight. Understand you're going to take some losses. You want to get that promotion so you can boss up. Man, you're going to have to understand it comes with problems. It comes with issues. It comes with different personalities and people. Are you willing to accept those things to get to be successful? It comes with a lot, right? And you're just going to repeat over and over again. There's a Bruce Lee quote, right? He says he doesn't fear the man that has 1,000 kicks, right? But he fears the man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times. So think about that, right? That's mastery. If you're trying to do 20 different things in 20 different directions and you're not getting where you're supposed to go, or you're not accomplishing what you want to accomplish, maybe focus on one thing. Focus on your money. Focus on the gym. Focus on that business. Focus on that book you said you were going to write. Focus on that brand you said you were going to build. Focus on one thing that's going to move the needle. And just do that 1,000 times over. To you become a master. And then you can implement those skills, those discipline into something else. This is how men become successful. This is how I was the brokest man in the world when I was in my 20s, to having, a nice car, a nice spot, have my own brand, have my own things going on, have some own motion, because I had to do the boring things, man. I wasn't the coolest guy. I didn't have all the fly shit. But you know what? 10 years later, I see a lot of people who fell off. 15 years later, I see a lot of people who fell off. But they was popping 20 years ago, back in the early 2000s, and now they're struggling, now they're in the grind, now they're hating, right? Because I fell in love with the process. And you have to too. Whatever you want to do. You want to make books. You want to write books. You want to make content. You want to start a business. You want to level up. Man, believe in yourself and get used to these boring habits, bro. Because this is the long journey of success. It's an everyday thing, one step at a time. You have to embrace the journey. All right. So you guys out there, appreciate y'all for rocking with me in these videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the vibe. Yo, hit the like button, leave a comment if you got something to say. It's always appreciated. I want y'all to keep going and never give up. Y'all know what to do. It's your guy L Train. I'm up out of here. Peace.